And what's up, everybody? This is Kyle out, of course, for Draft Radio, doing a mini tournament for Journey into Nyx, Born of the Gods, and Theros. Thanks again to all the members of the TapTap community who are going to be a part of this, which is going to be pretty fun. All right, and we're going to start this bad boy. And we're off to the races. All right, so what have we got so far? Decent pack. Decent pack. Desperate Stance is fine. It would be a lot better if it was an instant. Certainly not first pick material. I think if we're going to be first picking anything in this pack, I mean, there's a Colossal Heroics, which is nice. I am a fan of Supply Line Cranes and Grim Guardian, but I think the pick for us is between Oakheart Dryads and Battlefield Thaumaturge. Blah, 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 blah. Words that are hard to pronounce. There's also a Consigned to Dust, which is just a sweet, sweet card. If your opponent is playing a lot of enchantment removal or a lot of enchantment cards, I think what we're going to take is the Thaumaturge. It's a 2-drop, and I like to have relevant 2-drops in this, even if it is just a Goblin Piker for our deck. But I mean, being able to just say everybody gets one less for those heroic activations makes card like Aerial Formation a whole lot better. So we're going to take the Thaumaturge here. Ooh, Scourge of Fleets. I don't normally like taking 7-drops in this format. Like I said, guys, it's more like a faster one. But I mean, dude, Scourge of Fleets wins games. There's also a Warwing Siren, which I'm certainly interested in. A Sigiled Starfish. I mean, the 3 best cards in this pack are blue. There's also a Rouse the Mob, which is fine. Another Colossal Heroics and a Storm Chaser Chimera. Are we recording? Perfect. I've been having some trouble with my recording software recently, so if you see me clicking on it, it's not because I don't like you guys. Scourge of Fleets, it is. All right. Now, there's a lot of good red in this pack. There's a Mogus's Warhound, a Blade Tusk Boar, a Magma Spray. My God. If this was sealed, this would be insane. Because there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red playables in this pack. I don't like being blue-red, and I'm certainly not. I certainly wouldn't mind, but I really want to play these two cards. I think Scourge of Fleets and Thaumaturge are both strong enough that we should. They warrant drafting around, and Ajani's Presence is, if not the best combat trick, one of the best combat tricks in the format. It also works pretty well with our Thaumaturge, so we're going to grab that bad boy. See what happens. Ooh, and we are rewarded with our diligence with a Hubris. Do like Hubris quite a bit. There's also a Ravenous Laquisha. Love Ravenous Laquisha. Stonewise Fortifier is an excellent 2-drop as well. This card does nothing but impress me every time I play it. It's insane how a relevant 2-drop in this format plus that ability, it just does absolute work, especially if your opponent has like a ground-based Voltron creature. Yeah, the card is awesome, but Hubris is what we're taking. Stonewise Fortifier is actually a card that I would very much like to see later on in this draft. I'm probably just going to take the second Ajani's Presence. We're looking to be a little more of the aggressive one. I think what is most likely going to wind up happening is Scourge of Fleets is going to be our curve topper, and then we're just going to work our way down from there. But I'm going to grab Ajani's Presence. Like I said, one of the better combat tricks. Aerial Formation is pretty good as well. There's a Freak is Chosen. Starfall is certainly quite good, as is Twin Flame. Humbler of Mortals, you can do some cool stuff with if you build around it. But I think that ship has sailed for us. Although that is a really late Ravenous Laquisha, that's also a really late Nyx Infusion. We're going to take Nyx Infusion here. We're not looking to be the blue-white deck that needs Interpret the Signs. We certainly don't want this Humbler of Mortals. Ravenous Laquisha is fine, but this is relevant removal. And we'll see if anything else happens. Because this is some of the stuff that could occur, which is like we get a Grim Guardian, which is certainly what we'll take. Now there's also a cat. Maybe I want Cast into Darkness. They're both really great cards. Cast into Darkness is one of the few pieces of spot removal in this set that's just like you feel great about using it every single time. But Grim Guardian is something you can build around. It really depends if we want to be a little more on the control-y side. I'm going to grab the Guardian. Guardian is just a great card. And the Font of Fortunes. If we do wind up playing the more control-y deck, at least we have the Font of Fortunes. Aspect of Gorgon is fine as well, in case we get forced into that archetype. Freak is Chosen is good, as is Dreadbringer Lampads. Man, So maybe we are getting forced into this. I was really thinking we were going to play blue-white, but I guess not. Maybe we'll... I mean, 2 of Johnny's presents. We're not going to be playing green, so... Yeah. We've got Dreadbringer Lampads, Freak is Chosen, Aspect of Gorgon, Grim Guardian, Nyx Infusion. I mean, that's a pretty solid 5 for the black. And I actually don't mind Font of Fortunes in a slower deck like this. We won't be playing Tormented Thoughts at any point. It's just bad. Although, maybe there's a way. If this was like discard and mill, maybe. But A, it's 3 mana, so it's expensive. B, if you play it on turn 3, chances are you're going to be 2 for 2ing. Basically, there's no card advantage because you just have to you play this card and then you sack a creature with at least 2 power to hit them for 2 cards in their hand. So you're sacrificing board state, and it's not even like you get to choose the cards that they discard. It's they get to choose the card they did. Yeah, this card is just garbage, absolute garbage. Okay. Now, what do we want? Are we still trying to be the blue-white deck? Because there is an Akroan Skyguard, which I don't mind first picking. Oracle of Bones is fine, as a sidebar. Always good to talk about your rare, but rares do not make a great drafter. Commons make a good drafter, and Akroan Skyguard is an awesome common. There's an Oracle's Insight as well. I kind of want to try and be the aggressive heroic deck. I haven't played the aggressive heroic deck in a while, and we've got the Thaumaturge and 3 really good Strive cards. I mean, we could try it. It doesn't hurt anything. Ooh, yeah, because I like Archetype of Finality, but it's not super great. So what else is in this pack that I am particularly fond of? Nyxborn Shieldmate is a fine card. It certainly does good work in the heroic deck. There's also a Oresco Sun Guide, which I like, a Stratus Walk, and a Retraction Helix. Probably should take Retraction. I think the pick is between Retraction Helix and the Shieldmate, and the Helix is just a stronger card. As I've mentioned a couple times, Bounce is almost spot removal in this format. Like, that's how good Bounce is. It's a shame that we're shipping a Grave Robber Spider, a card that I like quite a bit. Reach is a surprisingly powerful keyword in this format. When your opponent has cards like Wingsteed Rider and things like that. There's also a Drown in Sorrow, which is a card that I've never really been impressed by in draft. I'm sure it's fine in Constructed, but in Limited it's not. There's a Farragex Giant as well, so we're going to be shipping that. But I think Chorus of Tides is just fine. As is a second Akroan Skyguard. All right, now we're starting to look a little more on the aggressive side of things. Got ourselves an Akroan Skyguard, 2 Akroan Skyguards. We'll take a Crypsis here. Crypsis is good. Lets us attack, leave a defender open. I'm going to hide the black stuff and the Font of Fortunes that we're not necessarily going to be playing. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this too is I played black-blue in this format for 3 of our videos thus far. I really want to show you guys another archetype, another way to win. Certainly if you're playing this, you rely a lot on 2-drops like Akroan Skyguard and Battlefield Thaumaturge. Flyers, a lot of evasion. And we might play Font of Fortunes, who knows. Really depends on how many playables I get in this pack. Born of the Gods does pretty well for us, so. Interesting. I mean, we've got bombs, we've got good synergy, we've got a nice little aggressive curve. Interesting. We'll see what else is happening. I'm going to go log into Untap. I've been playing Bioshock recently. There's the Bioshock wiki. Trying to find out a little more about that world. Definitely a fun game. Alright, there we go. While we're waiting for our packs. So what are we looking for? Let's talk a little bit about that. What are we looking for? I like having Hubris. I like having Retraction Helix. Especially, I like Helix a bunch in this deck because we can get the Heroic trigger. And we can bounce something, which is pretty nice. I think, more than anything, what I would like to see, probably a Wingsteed Rider in the next pack. But I guess in this pack what we're looking for is more aggressive 2-drops. I wouldn't mind seeing the Area Worshippers. Area Worshippers is pretty good with stuff like Helix, and if you can give it flying and swinging, and then the following turn you untap it and you get a 2/2 flyer. That's not bad. Who's taking a while? Who are you, Dusty Skulls? Taking your time with your picks? Good man. It certainly gives us time to think a little bit about our game plan. And perhaps it was egregious to shift away from black, but I didn't see anything truly worth shifting away in black. I mean, the archetype of finality is fine, but it is by no means the best archetype, which is the blue one. Archetype of imagination is bonkers. The card is insane. So this is a decent pick for us. There's a Nullify, which I wouldn't mind having, an Excoriate, which is decent. Hold at Bay, which continues to be a surprisingly good card, because like you'll block, you'll be like, oh yeah, offer the trade, and then all out of nowhere you'll be like, aha, hold at Bay, and you get the heroic activation, you save your creature. But Nyxborn Triton is just insane. I mean, this is the exact card that we want. It's a good 3-drop and it's a good bestow target. So happy to see another Chorus of Tides. This is a little awkward. Ashiok's Adept is probably one of the stronger black control cards, so it's a shame to see it going this long around. But we're gonna take the Chorus of Tides here. I do like Chorus of Tides quite a bit. There's a Retraction Helix, a Stratus Walk, Sudden Storm. I like Sudden Storm a lot, especially for our deck. We're more of a tempo shell. I definitely want to see another Stratus Walk, but not as much as I want Sudden Storm. We'll take Sphinx's Disciple. I'm not happy about taking Sphinx's Disciple, but I mean, it's a 5-drop in the tempo deck, but there's no way I'm playing Afara's Radiance. Even for the heroic trigger, that's just bad. Stratus Walk is good. We're actually going to take Drown in Sorrow because it kills us. I don't mind having Hold at Bay either. So we got some decent heroic triggers. Now we just need to get the 2-drops. We're going to hate draft another Drown in Sorrow over a Grizzly Transformation. Yeah, this is good, because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that counter our that create like cantrip-like effects for our guys. Plus we've got little draw with Stratus Walk, subscribe with the Sudden Storm. That Nyxborn Triton was a sweet grab. We've got a couple good flyers. Yeah, some strong evasion. I wouldn't mind seeing some white stuff coming our way in the next pack. And what did we wheel? Setessan Starbreaker, which is crap. I thought this card said destroy target enchantment, and it says destroy target aura, and that's just awful. It's just awful. Ooh, this is a good pack. I like Colossus of Akros is actually kind of a fun card. If you get enough of those Acolytes of Karametra, you can sort of accelerate out into a Colossus. I've been killed by a hard cast Colossus once. That was embarrassing. But it happens. There's a Thassa's Emissary, which is by far the best card in the pack. There's also a Sentry of the Underworld, the fine card for the white-black shell. Dragon Mantle, which is good. Observant Alseid, which is the card that I hope wheels. If that one doesn't wheel, I wouldn't mind seeing Crackling Triton, Chosen by Heliod, or Traveler's Amulet, all fine cards. But Thassa's Emissary is what we are taking, and that's a Night Howler. However, it is not... Ooh, do we take Heliod's Emissary or Divine Verdict? Night Howler is insane. Not insane, it's good. As is Scholar of Atheros. Scholar of Atheros is awesome. I think we just take the Heliod's Emissary. It's just, we have a good bit of bounce. Although Divine Verdict is just awesome, but Heliod's Emissary is one of those cards that you hope to get every single time. As is Triton Fortune Hunter, we can get a little bit of our draw on, which I like quite a bit. Battle-Wise Valor, another good card to target our guys. Shame that we're passing a Grey Merchant and Annihilate's Disciple, both of which are very strong cards, as is the Spear Point Oread and the Stone Shock Giant. Stone Shock Giant is insane. If you've ever... Oh man, Stone Shock Giant is insane. This card just wins games. But that's okay. Got to take our cantrips, as are Chosen by Heliod as well. Ooh, happy to see Traveling Philosopher. I like seeing 2-drops. I like seeing creatures. I think we need to prioritize some creatures, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 creatures. Yeah, we're really creature light. I wouldn't mind seeing a Bronze Sable or another Traveling Philosopher. I will play Silent Artisan. Actually, Silent Artisan is fine in our deck. I'm not going to take Benthic Giant. I don't need a 6-drop. I'd rather have a 5-drop than a 6-drop. And Silent Artisan is fine. I'm really hoping that Crackling Triton wheels from that initial pack that we saw. Interesting. Interesting. I am sad, as a sidebar, I am sad that we switched from black to white, because there have been so many Pharikis cures. What beats us? Pharikis Cure? Cutthroat Maneuver doesn't really beat us. Pharikis Cure does. And we get the Crackling Triton that we wanted. That's good. I mean, Traveler's Amulet and Chosen by Heliod are both nice, but we already have plenty of stuff to target our heroic guys, and we need a creature. we need another creature. Oh, it sucks too, because I think I actually am going to play Sphinx's Disciple. Yep, that's a shame. it is a shame. I think we passed up on a sweet deck. But as I said in the beginning, I kind of want to show you guys some of the cool stuff that this can do. I don't think I want Scholar of Atheros. I do want Mnemonic Wall, though, right? I've got plenty of Hubrises, and yeah, Mnemonic Wall seems good. I will take this Pharika's Cure as it actually hurts us. I'll also take Setessan Griffin, because I might actually play it. Demolish is awful, and Satyr Hedonist is a relevant card. So, we take the relevant card. Oh yeah, doing good stuff. Alright, let's log in real quick while they're still generating that last pick, which is going to be just useless anyway for us. Oh no, it's a Blood Toll Harp. That's a really, wow, that's a late Blood Toll Harpy. Huh. Very, very strange. Very strange indeed. Would have liked to see a Bronze Sable or another couple 2-drops, but I mean, hey, sometimes you play vanilla creatures like Silent Artisan and Mnemonic Wall. It happens. For a few janks more. We're going to keep this title, because we never actually got to play with this deck, which makes me a little sad. So for a few janks more is going to be our deck title today. Because let's be honest, who doesn't love Clint Eastwood movies? Alright, let's generate this bad boy. Bum, bum, bum. Les Mis is stuck in my head. Alright, 16 creatures. We are probably going to play all of our creatures. And Stratus Walk chosen by Heliod is quite good. Battlewise Valor, Johnny's Presence, Aerial Formation. 16 and 20 would be 25. 27. Alright, I'm going to cut a creature from the deck, and it's probably going to be Sphinx's Disciple. Yeah, it's going to be Sphinx's Disciple. I just don't need that card. I do like our Aerial Formations. Aerial Formations is a card that actually can kind of win a game for you, like just out of nowhere. And what else do we want to take out of this bad boy? 15, 24, 26. We have to cut 3 cards. Probably do need to cut some of our instants. And I'm not... Alright, so we're not cutting Sudden Storm, Hubris, and Retraction Helix. It's good to have ways to reach out and touch somebody. I think we can cut Crypsis. I actually am going to keep Hold at Bay. Hold at Bay is insane. But is Hold at Bay better or worse than Stratus Walk? I don't think Hold at Bay is better or worse than Stratus Walk. Hold at Bay does, however, do a lot of good work for us. It's 22 and 24. Do you think we want to play? No, I don't think we want to play 16. I think we need to play 17 cards. And what do I want to take out? I could take out Aerial Formation. I mean, most of our creatures do have flying on the other hand already, and I'm not going to side out a Johnny's Presence. Battlewise Valor, maybe? I want to leave these cantrips in because they do such a good job of fixing my draw step and smoothing out some bad hands for us. So I actually think I'm going to take out the Aerial Formation. A lot of our guys already have flying, and it's important. This is important because we can sometimes we can get a good burst of damage in and take out creatures that they're not expecting us to take out. So plus the Scry is nice. I think really at that point it's a matter of personal preference rather than which one is better or worse. Alright, so this is our beautiful deck list. And let's take a look at what our mana base looks like. So we have 13 to 10, so it's looking like 9 and then 8, which I have no problem with. I mean, the deck looks really strong, despite the fact that we're playing a couple vanilla creatures. I mean, like, I'm not super pumped about playing Silent Artisan or Setessan Griffin, but hey, you know what? Stuff like that happens. We've got some great tempo. We've got some good combat tricks. We've got Scry and some draws to fill out. Things, Battlefield Thaumaturge is actually really good for Johnny's Presence. Actually, maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe I should take out that Battlewise Valor and put that Aerial Formation in. I think I'm actually going to do that, guys. I'm going to do that so that we can see if Thaumaturge is worth running. We'll see. We'll find out. I could be completely wrong. Could be completely wrong. Alright, so our deck is made. I'm going to create ourselves a game, and I will see you guys in the first round.